let's suppose that that we find that the U.S. trade does exist. If it doesn't, then we'll talk about the FDAP a little bit later during the presentation. If a non-U.S. person engages in U.S. trade or business activities, then the next question is the income that he derives connected to this U.S. trade, to this U.S. trade or to these business activities, called ECI, effectively connected income. Now, ECI is arguably the most important concept concerning inbound transactions. Maybe only source of income rules can be on par with them, but really ECI is such a central concept, such a complex issue as well. And it basically, ECI includes 3 different types of income. All active US source income. And one thing that to keep in mind is the attraction rule. And I kind of give an example here. A German corporation sells washing machines through a US office in the United States. In addition, it sells dryers directly to the distributors in the United States, but without any involvement of that US office. But the sales are structured so that they're considered to be US source income. For one reason or another, let's say they signed a contract here in the United States. Even though the sale of dryers is not related to the US trade or business, because of the attraction rule, the income from both washing machines and the dryers is considered to be ECI. And obviously, this is all active source income. Now, the second category, general passive US source income. Sale of capital assets and other passive income is considered to be ECI if this income passes one of 2 tests, the asset use test and the business activities test. I gave you the definition. We won't have the time to go into more details on this, but be aware that that even the passive US source income may be considered ECI. All right, and then what I mentioned before, certain foreign source income may be considered ECI. Generally speaking, in order for this to happen, the non-US person has to have an office or other permanent establishment here in the United States. And then only these three types of income, which I list here in the slide, are related to this exception, really an exception from the general rule that foreign source income of a non-US person is not taxable in the United States. All right, now let's suppose that we indeed have ECI income. The next question is going to be, how's it going to be taxed? There are special tax regimes that exist in the United States. For example, branch taxes or BEAT, B-E-A-T, which is something that was introduced by the 2017 tax reform. And if the ECI income falls under the special tax regime, it's going to be taxed according to that special tax regime. However, if no special tax regime applies, it's going to be the ECI is going to be taxed at US graduated rates, including, by the way, and that's important to keep in mind, including capital gains tax rates.